This is an interview for Peep-magazine. We're joined with one of the greatest MCs in Newcastle. I heard him at rap time and I was absolutely blown away by his music. It's the one and only H-Man Hendaz. Hendaz, cheers for coming, mate. And I really appreciate you taking your time out your busy schedule to come down and chat to Peep. So thanks, man.
Kushti, mate. Hello. It is I, Hend.
I've interviewed a couple of people in the past. Inch says he's seen a group of lads drop a can of spray down on the ground. He picked it up. The Yeti, he found a bird book and then he started to learn how to draw and sketch. What was your catalyst to start MCing, to start putting words together?
Well, I first started in the rave scene as a kid, but I short realised that I was a lot more deeper rhyming, and I could put together a lyric a lot better than just dance floor this, jump about that. So I remember seeing a freestyle off Wiley in 2008. I think it was the Westwood one. What's it? Deep sun came from a deep slum. So cold after me, the heat's done. As soon as I heard that, I was like, yeah, there's English rappers, fuck that. There's English MCs now. Fuck the rave off, I'm gonna do that. So I think that was it. But I met Just being the rave because he was on it at the Sage. He was. I was on first. I remember rocking it, coming off, walking past the dance floor, thinking I was the boy there. And then I had just heard P-to-the-O, and I heard him. I was like, who the fuck's this kid? I want to meet him. And then once we met, we started doing tunes, mate, and just been together ever since, really. It's me lad.
And all right, so that's how you first met Just Be?
Yeah.
All right, because that was actually one of my questions. At rap time, you performed All For The Toon. There seemed to be a great sense of loss when you're talking about your granddad and stuff like that. Can you maybe talk about your relationship with your granddad and Scotswood?
I'm from the West End. It's like a soaking exam from the test end. Left stress, depressed, beginning ends and extra getting a text from your best friend. I'm situated in the situation similar to a game of personal games, but chasing tickets, facing tribulations. System failed with generation, bridge kids, not safe and broken, death probation and vacancy. One witness saved them from prison, we're sick in jail, focus in the bathroom. All the stuff I never learned in the classroom. You want some stuff from home, therefore, we'll in the classroom. How I enter the craft, the end of a class too.
Yeah, so my granddad was basically me rock, like me role model. I've always had a dad. I love me father as well, but he was like, I seen him as like me dad, you know. And obviously All For The Toon, it's basically about the White House Road, because it obviously got knocked down years and years ago. And that was my relationship with Scotchy, and I just wanted to always get out, you know. I never wanted to stay there. I just felt like you're either gonna end up in jail or dead. You're gonna be stabbed up. So I just thought every single tune I write, it's got Scotchy in it, because I'll forever back where I'm from. But I'm not fucking staying there. I'm away.
That kind of goes from my next question, which is All For The Toon is a reflection on the regeneration initiative, ironically called The Rise.
Aye. Well, I used to live down there before The Rise, and then they promised we a house like once they sorted it out, and then obviously they never give a house back down there, you know.
Didn't happen.
Nah, did the fuck? They promised me mother, I'm sure, but it's all new builds and that new. So I heard it's fucking prime time Burglesville, like.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about the families being separated, like the libraries being closed down, schools being closed down?
It's shit crack, mate. Fucking, we got our start because of like community centres and that, you know, and there's not like that now. Anything that can sort of push creativity just seems to be like put on the back burner, you know. They only care about money, and if obviously you're not getting much money off youth clubs and that like that, you know. So it's a shame, really, because not many people are gonna go make sets and that and start doing the way that I did. So it's a fucking shame, really. They didn't give a shit, to be honest. I would just basically, I'm not sure about how much time it was, but they basically were just like, right, we're not going to do any up again, you know. So I only moved a couple of streets up, like, but still fucking, you never see anyone who was doing there other than a couple of people, you know. So everyone just spread out and got separated. But I always think how different it would have been if I'd have still been doing there, you know. Aye.
Do you think there was another case of the middle class deciding where working class should live?
Aye, basically. I just thought they were like, let's just clear this out. This is a horrible place. Let's start again, basically. Yeah. Just run, and then it's like rats in it. They just run out and just get to where they can.
Yeah, let's put everyone in Elsick. Let's put everyone in.
Yeah. Aye. And them didn't look too good neither, did they?
Just all getting run down because there's, like, you know, if you throw everyone out of a community,
yeah,
and then like you want a different clientele to come back in,
yeah,
where does all the people go that formed that community?
Yeah, that's weak, mate. Aye, definitely. I went to Newcastle College, like.
Right.
I went and did a degree in there. I think I was there about a year and a half. Funny story, like. I like the tutor and that, but there was one thing he said that made us quit that day, like.
You're joking?
I swear, dude. He went, he was basically saying, me and them, and I was like, hold on, I thought I was yous, you know, I thought it was a they. He was like, just, you are the only person in here who's going to have to work a lot harder than all the others are going to have to work. Basically saying that they've all got rich fathers and rich parents now. They're saying, so you will have to work extra hard to get anything in life. And I was like, is that the crack, Reed? I'm aware. I was like, fuck yeah, I hold my future. It doesn't matter where I'm from, you know. It is talent's talent, you know. I've worked on, I'm not just a fucking good drawer because I was born with it. I fucking drew a lot. That's why I'm good at it, you know. So he's like, you're going to have to work a lot harder than everyone else. I was just like, that's bullshit. I'm away. Fuck you. Aye, that's what he says. But I still got the first year art degree, like. I didn't think I was learning anything, to be honest, from there. And then a few years after, because I were painting like a naked old gadget, fucking every day painting them, doing chalk and that. I thought I'd never learnt out. And then when I come to do my own work, I was like, I can paint anything. So I realised that he'd showed us how to look at stuff differently and that, you know. Wow. Aye, mate, that's a true story, that. I was like, well, I'm aware then.
Do you know what's weird, right? Because
it's shit, that, though, isn't it, to say that to someone?
He
singled us out.
Yeah, he should have got pulled in for that. Because...
Well, I never grasped him because I wouldn't, you know. I just went, well, I remember one on the way out, he was like, don't sit around smoking weed all day. And I was like, I won't. I've got my future in my hands, you know, and do what I want. And that was the end of that.
So you think he was all right, or do you think he was trying to actually help you, but in a roundabout way?
Aye, I think he was trying to be like one of the boys, you know. And I respect him for that, but at the time I was like, no, fuck you. You're trying to say I'm a tramp, like, amongst these rich cunts, you know. But I was a bit like, nah, I didn't feel like I was part of them anymore, so... And I didn't like that. I've always been like sort of a weird cunt. I've always been a misfit, so I was just like... But now thinking back on it, he was just giving us a heads up, you know. He's being truthful, and he was, but...
It's unfortunate that class keeps rearing its ugly head within every industry within the northeast.
It is. I end up getting with the best bird from there anyway, so I wasn't asked.
Oh, well, that's a bonus, isn't it?
I wasn't asked, so...
Yeah, can I ask what artists and what kind of art kind of inspired you?
Street art, to be fair. I used to graffiti a lot myself, you know.
Oh, really?
Aye.
What did you used to write?
I don't know what I can say. No, man. I'm just kidding, man. Yeehaw, mate. Y-E-H-R. It was just Hendar muddled up into a word that just doesn't really make sense, you know. Right. But I did a lot of that. I remember, I think I painted 6 trains in 7 days. And then I was like, right, I'm done with this. This is dangerous as fuck. Nearly got hit off trains and I got swilled off people trying to like community arrest you or whatever it's called. I was like, nah, swinging people about now. I was like, not for me, this. I made it, it's like, but I love it still. Like, now I try and turn it into a sort of business, you know. I get paid out my arse for doing it. Mint.
There's a Puerto Rican playwright, a poet called Miguel Pinero. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No.
It's absolutely fantastic. He actually explained to one of his students, you know, if you're gonna write poetry or if you're gonna write plays, write about what you know.
Right.
Don't write about offshore whale hunting in Korea.
If that's not you, innit?
If that's not you and you haven't been there, just don't write about it. So I'm quite interested. Where did you get the confidence to start writing about Scotswood, the northeast?
I just think if you're not writing about where you're living, then you're fucking full of shit, really, innit? It's like all these people on about guns and they're gonna stab people and that, and I just think now what it is, I'd chin you before you even pulled out. And it's just the fact of, like, I hear it in the music that it's full of shit. You know, I'd rather be true to my own word. I'll just turn my phone off for a second. Be a couple of minutes, I'll ring you back there. I'm just at the Five Swans. I'll be a couple of minutes, I'll ring you back. Sure. Aye, so basically if you're not talking about where you're living, then I don't know what you're talking about. Of course you can, like, artistic license and all that, you know, fucking, you can say whatever you want, but I find inspiration of what I've been through, what I've seen, and I just feel like if you're not on about where you're from, then fucking you're not really repping the place, you know. It's a dying place, so if it's going to be someone to leave something when I'm dead, then it's going to be me.
Right.
Do you know?
I think it's worth mentioning that Rick Fury and Gilly Man put a show on called Rap Time.
Okay.
And that's actually the first time I've seen you perform.
Mint.
And it's the first time, right? It's the first time I've been to a local show where I've heard the crowd recite your lyrics.
Yeah.
I mean, at what point did you realise that you had a growing fan base?
Just walking about as well. I think the way I look's a dead giveaway as well. I'm not very good at blending in, you know. I remember I've got this lyric. I don't even think I've recorded it on a tune unless I have, but there's a lyric, Hendaz Weekend Offender, and that's just everyone just say, Hendaz Weekend Offender. I'm like, how the fuck do you know this? I've never even recorded it. Right. And that's when I was like, you know, when you go away and you just think that you're the only conscious mind, them are like, they must have been out there listening to us or blah blah. And then when I come back, I'm like, fucking hell, he knows, you know. It's one of them things. It just like makes you think. Fucking actually, people are backing your stuff, you know. But I never really cared. I knew I'll get what I deserve when I'm well dead, you know. That's how I feel. But it's good that people are backing it while I'm still here, you know. But never really cared, to be honest.
All artists of real value must sooner or later confront what they themselves find truly dangerous. Can you talk about the time when you've had to battle demons, maybe your own confidence in the future or behind or whatever?
Right, so there was a time in my life a couple of years ago and I was losing my shit, basically mentally, and I started thinking I was seeing like demons and shit. I still to this day kind of think I was like, but I've got a new tune called Ghost of H, and that's the tune I'm doing like next, and that's about like I was like, I'm going doing here, I'm pure suicidal as fuck. I've tried to do me selling a few times and that blah blah. I was like, I need this turn to God. I've heard people try and turn to God, turn to the light, you know. And when I did it, I kind of thought I'd seen like a goat, basically. A goat, as in like my God was like a sort of the anti-Gordon was like, "Are you daft?" Basically, sort of salute. Right. So when I turned to the light, I ended up thinking it might all be this big hallucination I had, but I thought I'd obviously seen my God is the devil. So I was like, "Whoa, I need to sort me salute." And that was not with either confidence or no, that was just me being a knacker. Me saying, right, I'm just a Scotchian then, that's it. I'll just be a fucking divvy, I'll just take loads of drugs, I'll just wither away, whatever. But then obviously that kicked us up the arse and was like, sort you salute. This is real, this.
So you think you're seeing like a bad omen?
Basically, aye. Right. But the tune will, once you hear it, that'll make sense.
What's the tune called again?
Ghost of H.
Is that available now?
Nah, not yet. It will be though, because I'm literally recording the music video as we're gone, you know. Mm-hmm. But it's lethal. It basically says I'm messing with dark arts and that and shit like that. It's basically that question answered in the tune, you know. It's mint. I'll send you that by this, bro. I'll send you. It's sick as fuck.
For the people who don't know, could you maybe describe, because we'll talk about a little bit about this off camera.
Yeah.
Could you maybe describe your music for the people who don't know? Is it part Makina? Is it hip hop? Is it grime?
Well, I'm basically trying. It's the best of my ability to describe it is basically like Geordie grime, you know, Scotchy grime. But I didn't want to call it that. I didn't know what I want to call it yet. But I want to make my own genre, just like how Wiley did, you know. So I'm starting to produce now. So I would never, obviously I do a hip hop track, I do a grime track, but I want to meet it in the middle and be like, this isn't hip hop, this isn't grime, that's Hendaz, you know what I mean? So I want to be bigger than just a fucking hip hop tune or just a grime tune. I want to do the next Wiley. This is fucking Geordie grime. Don't know what it's going to be called yet, like, but that'll come, they'll call it something and I'll be like, aye, that sticks, you know. So I want to do my own thing. I just didn't want to sound like no one else, but hear the influences in it, you know.
I think, to be honest, I think you're already more than halfway there doing your own style of music.
Thank you, mate, yeah. It's just I need to sit down and produce it all myself, so it's just like all 100% me, you know. But mate, thank you. I buzz with that, like.
When has your ego got in your way?
It's got in my way back in the day to battle rap, because Just Me was doing loads of battle raps, but obviously they'd heard of me as well and was saying, Hendaz, do it. I was like, nah. I was like, if someone's got a problem with this, I'd rather fight them, you know, instead of being like, this is just my jokes, rap, man. Nah, I didn't see the line of when I'm gonna get offended. And then obviously I finally did, and that went fucking tits up a few times. But
can you elaborate on that or not?
Well, some of that didn't get uploaded to the internet, and obviously one clash got pure bumped. Still saying out about that. So when I finally did, I was like, aye, this is pure pantomime, this. This is fucking theatre. Fuck this. One of the better ones didn't get uploaded, and I didn't know why. I'd still ask the kid, like, why. And I remember turning up to the battle, and the kid I was battling was like, yeah, look, Hendaz, and he had a smash phone. He was like, I smashed my phone last night. I was like, nah, but you've had 3 weeks to prepare. And I think he knew the kid who was putting it on more than me, and it was just like, it's like so theatrical. I'm just like,
and a bit clicky maybe?
Aye. I was like, nah, not for me. You're not making me look like a mug.
Right, fair enough.
But that's when my ego got in the way. I was like, nah, I'm better than you, fuck off. I'd rather chin you than fucking talk about your ma.
There's a young Hendaz. You're lying on your bed, you're looking up at your wall. What posters have you got up on your wall?
Don't be too quick to fall in love.
Posters. Sonic the Hedgehog. Streets of Rage. Golden Axe. I've still got them on me wall now, you know. I put them back up.
I used to play that.
I love it. I've got in my new house, I've got like a big retro bit, and I've got all my retro stuff and that, and I've still got all my old posters up. Wow. I used to draw my own as well, actually, and cut them out. And then obviously when I got older, my mother was just like, oh fuck it, so I just started like graffiti in my own room and that, you know, and drawing loads of Zelda pictures and shit. Probably helped being a beast with a paintbrush and that, you know, but I may have still got the same posters up in my new room, you know.
I've seen you online playing games. There's one game that looks a bit like Red Dead.
Hunt Showdown.
I think it's
The Hunt Showdown's lethal, mate. It's hard as fuck. I'm good on it though, mate. I use a snipe and I just stay in bushes. Mint, bro, mint.
Are there any artists today that you find inspiration with?
Wiley still. Wiley.
Yeah.
Esky boy. He created grime basically in London back in the day.
Right.
Do you know Skepta?
I think I've heard of him, yes.
Well, basically, like his sort of mentor as well. He's in that whole clique. Wiley, mate. That sound, that fucking cold, like 140 BPM sound, like.
Oh, has he got a beard?
He did have, and then he shaved it off, and then he looked like a crackhead, so he got it back.
I think
Wiley's the boy, man, mate. You need to have a look for Wiley, like. Devlin as well. Devlin was like the first white fucking MC. Obviously, it's now a diva colour and that, but he was like proper gutter sound, you know. And I was like, because obviously it's a predominant black genre, and I seen him doing it as well, and then we ended up fucking supporting him and meeting him and that, so mint as fuck.
Where does your style come from? Where does the long hair come from? Where does the hat, the glasses?
It just comes from not coming from anywhere.
Your own,
It comes from, I've never seen a lad whack-one Scotchy like that, so I'm like, I'm Gunny. Basically, it just never. I didn't want to look like anyone. I just want to be this one thing. I know stick out. Let's put it that way. Like.
I think that's a good thing, though, Joe.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I think a lot of people are too preoccupied with blending in. Want to be like the next person.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit, me. I just want to look like me, and if someone gets on it, then thanks, innit? That's the whole thing of not giving a fuck. Look how you want to look, you know. I feel like I'm New Game Plus, the human. the human New Game Plus. Clock the game to bits.
Is there a scene in a movie that you simply cannot watch? You refuse to watch it?
Ooh, that's a good one.
For some obscure connotation.
There's not a specific scene because I love gore. Like I proper in films and that, I love the old school films where it's just like a fucking doll with blood in it and a smash it about and that. But the thing that I've realised from being a kid is I can't watch animals in real life or I'll get hurt. Like anything that's like either an old man or a baby or something defenseless, if I see that getting hurt, I'm like fucking, it just repulses us, like it's mad. And I'd rather see a human get it because they probably deserve it.
There's a few people who've said stuff like that.
It's weird. It's just, I feel like, you cunt for hurting something so defenseless, you know. I just think you're fucking wronging if you can hit people defenseless. To see here, there, I wronging.
No,
She looked back, she's like, who's a wronging?
Yeah, so what is the future of Hendaz, H-Man?
The future of Hendaz is Geordie grime. I'm going to make my own genre, basically. And you need to research Wiley and what he did for London sort of MCs. I want to do that up here. I'll make my own esky dance, basically. My own night I put on where loads of good MCs and shit going on, you know. But it just funds, but it's just, we're slowly just picking away at it. Me and B are going to take over the fucking world.
Oh, nice one, mate.
Buzzing, bro.
Hendaz, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for the interview, bro.
And really appreciate you coming down and chatting to Peep. And hopefully I'm going to see you again, and maybe down the line we'll do another.
Get B on. Way I. Definitely, bro. Thanks a lot, man. Big up, bro.